And Dobra den.
Dobra utro on this fine Sunday morning.
What was that?
Dobra utro on this fine Sunday morning. That means good morning in Bulgaria.
Oh, right, okay. I'm saying good afternoon, she's saying morning. Anyway,
Morning.
we've come down to the apartment. Rose residence, just pulled up. As been saying the last couple of years, there's more people have been moving into the area, which means there's more people working here and more young families servicing the people living here. And Sunny Beach has lacked a school. It's got a kindergarten, and behind me next to our apartment is like a sixth form college for the older ones. But there is no sort of general school for most of the children in Sunny Beach, for the families. They have to go to Sveti Vlas or to Nesibar. Well, the big plot of land next to our apartments has been cleared. It's an old industrial site. It has been cleared now. Been working on that. And that is going to be the brand new school for Sunny Beach. So there'll be a lot more children around and a lot more people in the daytime as we've actually got school here. I'll give you a quick look at this.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, so here we have the college, which is right next to our residence. The land to the back of the college, this big piece of land here. There we go. That big area there, as you can see now, that has been cleared, ready to start building the school. So I take it it's going to be next year now. They left it too late to start this season, because obviously they're not allowed to build after the 1st of June.
I'm a subscriber, I'll be waiting for the video. Have a good day, guys.
Okay, bye. You can't go anywhere in Sunny Beach. That's it. Morning. From the college and Rose residence, we're actually going to head towards the aquapark direction. It's over there, past the Viva Clinic. That's our direction this morning. We'll look at a bit of the real life that goes on in Sunny Beach, because there is some real life. There are people that live here. It's not just for holidays. In case you need medical assistance or a dentist, something doing when you're here in Sunny Beach. There are a number of medical centres around the resort. There's a lot of dentists as well. Funny enough, there's a lot of dentists. I think people come here and get the teeth done from other countries because it's a lot cheaper. This is one of the nicer clinics. This is a well-known one. This is the Viva Clinic. And a lot of the locals, obviously they've got insurance and European cover, but they actually go and pay for operations and having things done, because medical treatment is very cheap here, really. So you can have it done next day and pay for it. It's not a problem. Or seeing a doctor. So we're now heading up to M&M supermarket and the aquapark. In the resort itself, we have M&M's. We have Maladost. But Maladost is now owned by Janet. They've got a couple of stores, so there isn't a lot of competition in the resort itself, and that's why it's desperate to get this Lidl's open in the summer, because we have the tourist supermarkets, which obviously the locals, the people who live here, won't use because they're very expensive. But the actual Sunny Beach hasn't really got a lot of competition as far as supermarkets go, bigger ones. So Lidl's opening, and hopefully Kaufland as well, opening up towards Nesibar. It's going to really help us out here, a bit of competition. Might make things a little bit cheaper, you never know. Maybe a few offers. So, this is M&M supermarket, and it has a wholesale on the side, which is obviously beer and serving the local restaurants. And opposite that we have the alcohol distribution centre. It's where a lot of beer in the summer you can't move for lorries. This is where your beer comes from in Sunny Beach. Very quiet at the moment. It's not its normal trade, but my goodness, there is a lot of alcohol comes out of here. A lot of bottles of beer. And now, obviously M&M's past there, and we're up to the aqua park. We did see a couple of guys in there earlier in the week, just starting to clean it up ready. Just starting work on it. But it doesn't take them very long at all to get that active. That'll be opening last week in May. About 28th, 29th, that one that'll open up. And opposite here we have another sort of residential area, a lot of the old flats in this bit. And that stretches back to the main promenade road. A lot of very, very old apartments, which are obviously fully residential. And it's unusual because they actually heat themselves with wood fires, wood heating in apartments, and you'll see stacks and stacks of wood piled up outside for the winter. So the municipality here, they're working their way through the apartments. This one is in the process of being refurbished. It's all been rendered on the outside. As you can see, they haven't quite finished it yet. It's got new windows. That's quite nice. One next door is the same. This is in the process of being renovated. So the old brickwork's been sort of chipped off, and they're gonna do new covering on the building. He's drinking out of a puddle. Cats don't actually like clean water. It is strange, they don't like filtered, nice water. They'd rather drink out of a puddle. So our cats are a bit like that. You'll give them some nice water and they'll just walk away from it and go and find a puddle. Apparently a puddle is much tastier. There you go. Now we're gradually working our way back to the main sort of promenade road. And we're just come past Vallon, where there's a little shop opposite. I have filmed this before, sells everything. And there's loads and loads of grills up here. And the aqua park is at the top of the road here, on the left. So we come down, and this is one thing that popped up last year. There's always things popping up in Sunny Beach, as I'm saying, and it's the upside down house. Bit of an oddity, you can walk around a house that's built upside down. Alright, so before we get to the main road, we're actually going to turn right here. This road here, which runs behind the medical centre and the police station. Because this little road here has a lot of significance for us. Because, there we go. When we came on our first visit to Sunny Beach, I booked an ultra cheap break for a week in the middle of September. That's about 6 years ago now, and it was extremely cheap. And I come to have a look at apartments because somebody had told me, one of my customers had told me there's some cheap property in Bulgaria. So I will have a foreign holiday. Don't normally have a foreign holiday. Never ever done a beach holiday. So okay, come here. And we stayed at a hotel just along here, the Central. And I walked out into this road, up to the main promenade, turned right, and walked past Spiders. I went in for a drink. little bar called Spiders, my first ever big beer. And at the time it was 1 lev, which is about 45p for a beer. Not bad. It was a few years back. Then we walked down the beach, down to the jetty. I was hooked. You could be anywhere in the world. It's just a beautiful beach, beautiful front, amazing prices. I thought, this is really great. So anyway, I'll show you in a minute. I'll be up at the Central Hotel. So here we are at the Central Hotel, our first experience of Bulgaria. So after walking to the beach, we got back, coming back up Flower Street, and as happens in September sometimes, we had a rainstorm of all rainstorms. It was flooding. It rained so hard you couldn't move, and we didn't know the way back to the hotel. We were completely foxed. We walked miles to get back to the hotel. We're actually just up the road, 2 minutes up there's a cut through. We could have gone here behind the business centre, but we walked all over, getting soaking wet. Finally got back to our room. I was absolutely drowned. It didn't put me off, because as happens here, it rained at 5 o'clock. By 7 o'clock it all stopped, sun's out, drying very fast. Now, one of the things about real life, this film, doing a bit of real life Bulgaria, of course, it's a really nice little hotel. It's got a very nice little pool area down there to the left. And we were on the 3rd floor up there. Fantastic stay. I loved it so much we came back. But the hotel behind it, they do exercise classes. So we'd be getting up in the morning and just sitting on our balcony having a bit of a rest here. There's this crazy woman in a leotard and a mega loudspeaker. It was so loud. She got these poor old holidaymakers jumping and bouncing all over the pool area, trying to keep fit. Very, very strange. But real life Bulgaria, directly opposite, obviously, is the police station. And they have a big impound yard. I'll show you here. Various cars and things that have taken away from the criminal fraternity, and also some wrecks from some really serious crashes. There was a little incident with one of the mini trains last year, and I take it that is the train involved, which is now in the police station in the pound. But when we were staying here, so 6 years ago now, we were staying here, and I used to be fascinated. In this yard was a couple of Mr. Big cars, a big stretch black limousines, and also like a drug runner's powerboat was in there as well. They'd impounded that. Very interesting, the back of the police station. My first taste of Bulgaria. And I thought, and then we couldn't wait to come back. That was in the September. We couldn't believe, because restaurants were saying we're closing next week, 10 days. Just before we were going home, people were saying, we're going to close next week. And it was gorgeous, about 25 degrees. And I'm going, this is crazy. But of course, normally the weather changes at the end of September. It turns pretty awful. It's not really holiday weather. So we came back the following May and bought our little studio apartment. A little bolt hole from life in Great Britain. And we never looked back. Always coming back to Bulgaria. And finally last year we actually moved here. Never ever regretted moving here. It's a fantastic country. Outside Sunny Beach, it's amazing openness. It's not a lot of people, and not a lot of traffic either. It's really great. Oh, I just finished our little morning walk with a fantastic bit of cake each and a coffee.
And a nice chat, conversation.
Very nice long chat with him, the owner of the coffee shop in Marne. So we've been here for quite a while. It's Clue, and so it's ciao ciao for now. See you again later.